Hello and welcome to yet another video of Deccan Herald. Today we'll be speaking about the India-UK ties and the backdrop of UK Prime Minister's two-day visit to India. To discuss this with me, I have my colleague Gyanendra Kesari. Gyanendra, what are the highlights of this visit, the UK Prime Minister's visit? What would you say is a highlight?
See, in India-UK relation, if we see for the last 3 years, the major highlight has been the trade deal. It has been widely speculated and multiple deadlines missed. Actually, it's not FTA. This is called Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement. So this has economic part and trade part. So where you are talking about investment, ease of doing business, how you ease in movement of professionals, people. So it's a comprehensive part. The agreement was signed when Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited UK in July. So that is during this visit, the focus was how you are going to implement it. Implementation is the key here. From India part, you don't need any parliamentary approval. So India is okay with that. From UK part, you need approval from the parliament there.
So is it safe to say that the two-day visit by the UK Prime Minister was an extension of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's July visit?
Pretty much. Because here again, UK Prime Minister came with a big delegation. It was his first visit and he came to Mumbai, not to Delhi. So it was the focus was on the economy part of it. A lot of business people were accompanying him. They were exploring deals there. So business remained the main focus of that.
Now, if you were to tell me, how do you see this impacting the Indian economy?
See, Indian economy is a, if you see external trade, so it's at a very difficult juncture now because of what is happening in US. Because of US tariff, you see ripple effects in other parts, basically in Europe. I was speaking to some of the traders exporters. They were saying that if they are not just US part, even if they are finding it difficult to export in UK. The importers, they are asking for different rates now, because if you are able to supply there in US at lower rates, why don't you supply it to us? So that is having a impact there. Now coming to your point, how it is going to have impact the Indian economy. So this is kind of sealed the economy from what is the negative impact from the US. So exporter will get some new market. Obviously UK, it was a market, but they will have a push to that market. They will be getting preferential access to the market. So almost the entire product that India exports to the UK will be duty free. So there will not be any taxes when you are exporting to UK. Compare it with the US. You are being charged 50% and plus something. So in pharma it is 100%. So there is high tariff in US and UK. If you get this deal, you are getting duty-free access.
So in a way, this is actually cushioning the impact the US tariffs have put on India. Is that what you are actually?
Yes, that's what the traders, when I have been talking to exporters, they have been saying that okay, UK is also a big market. Obviously US is quite big when you compare with that, but if you see India's export to UK, still India is not a major player when you see the UK's perspective. So there is a lot of scope to increase exports to UK. So be it textiles, gems and jewelry, other parts. So textiles and gems and jewelry is a major sector where we have seen the impact because of its impact on labor, employment. So these sectors are hoping that if they get better preferential treatment in UK, it will help cushion the impact what they are having the negative in US.
One area which has gathered a lot of focus is how deal between India and the UK is going to be beneficial, is focusing on the education sector and the manufacturing sector. Could you throw a bit light on that?
See, one of the highlight, as you asked earlier, it was obviously education. So many universities are getting access to open campuses here. Again, there was disruption. What is happening in the US? You see regarding the visa and curbs on educational institutions there. Okay. So UK is again a important alternative. In then there is issue related to the visa.
Okay.
Now what they are having, they want their campuses to be in India. Okay. So it will be obviously cheaper. So 9 universities have agreed to open their campus. So if they open here, you will have the same standard education, similar standard we can say, and cheaper price at least. So education is a big part. Then coming to manufacturing. Because initially we said that this is a comprehensive economic and trade agreement. So manufacturing is a key part. They want investment both way. It's not just UK investment coming to India. They also want the investment back in UK. So major Indian companies are having investment in UK. So they want the manufacturing to be promoted. So obviously investment is an important part of it. And that has been the focus because of the business delegation that they came.
Are there any key areas or standout, sectors or products in manufacturing which have been talked about? I know it's a long way before this is actually coming into effect, but has anything of that been talked about?
See, manufacturing. You see Tata automobile is a big thing because Tata have that's iconic brand they own, and they are also in the steel. So big manufacturing presence Indian companies have in UK. UK companies also are having here. So automobile is a big thing. Then financial services. UK has been pitching for, and you see symbolically when UK Prime Minister was here and Indian Prime Minister, both they addressed the FinTech Fest in Mumbai. So there the messages they want in that, and India is obviously having UPI, so that is something which is unique. And they must be looking forward to have presence there.
Another important sector which actually has been much in the news is the defense sector, and to talk about this I have my colleague Kalyan Ray with me. Hi Kalyan, what is the defense deals or the likely partnership that India and the UK are going to extend? This has got a lot of headlines. Can you shed a bit of light on that?
Yes, two important deals were signed. Number one was a 350 million pound deal, which is more than 4,000 crore deal to purchase lightweight missiles from the UK. Now these are multi-role missiles. They are primarily for the infantry, for the ground forces. These missiles can be fired from a shoulder, from a tripod, from a vehicle, and can also be fitted into a helicopter or into a ship. Now, these missiles are important for our air defense. And if you remember the Operation Sindoor and the kind of hostilities that happened after that, Pakistan attacked us with a lot of the UAVs and missiles and projectiles. So this kind of counter missiles will actually improve our air defense. And
that's the first one.
The second one, yeah, and the second one was a deal. This is also kind of big deal, around 3,000 crore. This is to kindly jointly work on a futuristic technology for the warships in the Navy. It's a propulsion technology. It's a propulsion technology, electric propulsion. So this will help the Navy to improve its operational efficiency, to reduce the noise, and to improve turnaround time. So many navies in the world we currently have this technology. We don't have. So we and so India and UK have decided to jointly work on this. And the third takeaway was an agreement in which Indian Air Force pilot will be a part of the Royal Air Force training program.
Okay. So when you look at this from the overall India's defense perspective, how important or how big a part is this deal with the UK, and do you see further in future also collaborations extending?
Oh yes, I think UK had a kind of long history with India in terms of defense partnership. So if you remember, UK was the first country who supported us in setting up the Majagaon dock in Bombay. Okay, UK supported us in a big way when India started making its own warship to Leander-class frigates. We purchased first two of our aircraft carrier from the UK. We purchased Jaguar combat jets from the UK. We purchased Sea King helicopters from the UK. And we also purchased our advanced jet trainer, Hawk jet trainers. That is around 20 years back when Vajpayee government was in power. We purchased that also from the UK. So with the UK, we had a very long history in terms of military relationship.
Okay, before I wrap up, I just have to ask you one question. What is the key takeaway according to you from this 2-day visit by the UK Prime Minister to India?
I think the propulsion technology is very important because see, this is happening at a time when see, the kind of global attention is on the Indian Ocean region. China is expanding there in a big way. So Indian Navy wants to become a blue water navy, and for that we need ships which can move faster, have better maneuverability, can reduce turnaround time. To all these things will kind of help improve our deployment in the Indian Ocean. So our technology, so our propulsion technology that will help our warships, I think is very important.
Okay, Gyanendra, what do you think is the highlight according to you? According to you, what's the highlight of this visit?
See, on the trade and economic agreement, one important part I think is the assurance from the UK Prime Minister that they will try to get it approved, implemented as early as humanly possible. Obviously, it will depend on the Parliament's approval. You know how parliaments function in India also, and similar thing there. So that is one. But with the business delegation, he has got the things rolling, because the economic part, obviously they have already started discussing the investment part, manufacturing. So there the things are already moving forward. So that is a big highlight, I think. They have before the agreement get actually on the tariff and technical part, from the business part, economic part, it has already started moving. So that is a good sign.
That's a good sign. Yeah. In fact, there's a lot of development that is happening and will happen in the days ahead regarding the bilateral ties, what the visit means, what it means for India, what it means for the UK, and how both the countries are going to benefit from it. For all these developments, stay tuned to DeccanHerald.com.